Hey guys, it's Evan. I'm back in the building today, and today I'm gonna let you guys know that today went pretty good. I had to. Today I'm gonna talk to you about me and my boyfriend. Um, I decided to make a final decision. Next Friday, and we agreed to do next Friday. He said okay. Um, we're not breaking up. We're just gonna discuss and like what needs to be worked on and what like we think that needs to improve more better. um yeah, we're on a break, which I of course told you guys, like me and him on a break. We're working through things together. um he is the love of my life, and like I told him, like I'm gonna talk to him and be like, hey, like I know we've been through some things, yada yada yada. See what he says. I'm not gonna put too much information because it's YouTube, and he could see this and I just don't end up like run into it and see it. So at the end of the day, we're gonna like, there's days where you're gonna have to make decisions that you don't want to make. No, we're not breaking up. No, we're not splitting apart. We're still obviously gonna be together. um I'm the one making the decision because I feel like this is what's best for us. Like, we need to sit down and we need to talk. I know he's not probably mentally ready, but like I said, I'm not gonna contact him for the rest of this week. um I'm not gonna contact him or text him until this is me challenging myself. Give him a little bit of space, and I know he asked for the space and time, so I'm trying to give it to him so he can actually breathe and not feel like I'm bothering him. He's not worried about people texting. So and this gives us time to kind of like miss each other. And like, if he doesn't respond first, like, that's okay. He might say it over phone, I don't know. But yeah, so today it was pretty good. I felt good. Like, I'm glad that he came to his senses. He kind of showed like he was coming to his senses as well. Like, okay, like, let's talk. um More so, it might be the fact that he might just be doing it for me just because. um I really don't know how he feels, but he did say okay. And I'm hoping that you know we can work things out. I'm willing to work things out. I just have to see where his mind's at and where he sits. Sorry, I'm sitting a little low today because I don't have the chair. I'm sitting in something else. That's why I'm kind of like low. um but yeah, so I also kind of wanted to let y'all know that like, y'all just pray for me. um like, if the relationship doesn't go as well as we plan it to, I'm saying if it doesn't, which hopefully it will, but if it doesn't go the way it goes, then like I said, we're gonna have to both go our separate ways. Sometimes in life you have to do shit like that to make y'all both feel better. He's not feeling like overwhelmed. He's like, relax. So this next week, Friday, I know he's gonna probably be busy on next week, but we're going to talk and we're going to discuss. And I also want to let him know, like I'm here to love him. I'm here to respect him. I'm trying to give him his space right now. He really, really needs it because he's very, 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 like, very overwhelmed just from the look at our text. I'm not gonna show nobody the text because I'm not gonna put it in the little YouTube thing because it's nobody's business. But yeah, so he did understand that this is where I feel like he now knows like where I stand. Like, you can't just keep limboing with limboing means like you just can't continuously to like limbo somebody, because it's like he don't understand, like, when you're affecting, it has a lot of effect on somebody's mental health, and it's had a lot on me, and it's affected my mental work really, really bad, to the point where like I'm not really eating, I'm staying up all night, I've been sleeping, and it's not healthy at all for me. And like, that's what I want him to see, is like, I'm not saying like us talking has to do anything, but like, it's like his supposed to see like my mental, like, you have to think, like, when you go on a break, y'all, like, when y'all are out there and you're in a relationship, when you're on a break, it all becomes about your mental. You have to see, like, yes, you can't make somebody agree on everything with you because it's not gonna always happen. There are relationships and you're gonna have a lot of disagreements. But at the end of the day, it's like, you have to also remember, like, you can't be, like, you can't just, oh, I want to break. And I get that's how you feel. And, like, that's something respectful. But you also have to understand and know it's, like, sometimes in life, you're going to need it. And sometimes in life, you have to test things and challenge yourself. Like, test things out. Like, test, is this what you really want? See where their mind's at. See where their mental. Like, you have to understand where their mental is at. It can make people go crazy and say all types of stuff. Like, my mental is not stably, I guess, there, because when we went on this break, it's had a lot of effect on me. And I want him to know that as well. Like, I'm not going to try to expect you to fix it. And I'm not going to expect, you can't expect everybody. And that's something that I need to learn too. You can't expect everybody. You can't expect your boyfriend or girlfriend, if you're gay or bi, whatever you are. You can't expect that person, that partner that you're with, you cannot expect them to do everything for you. You can't expect them to be there for you mentally. You have to learn how to control yourself. Yes, it may be hard. I don't know what it's like being on a break. This is new to me. And this is first. It's our first break. And, like, me and him, I'm not going to go too much in detail about our life, but we've been through a lot. Like, it's not easy being a gay couple. I would tell you that. Like, it has a lot of effect. Like, I'm not saying, like, we're the worst couple ever, because there's more couples out there that are way worse than we are. And are way, way more toxic than we are. Sometimes in life, you have to see where people stand. Like, in your mind, you, like, think, oh, well, I don't think this is good for us. Like, maybe later down in the future, or maybe later down in the road, like, we might reconnect again. Just right now, it's like, people are trying to get their self together and realize, like, okay, is this what I really want? Like, is this who I really want to be with at the end of the day? Like, I'm gonna tell you, I love this nigga. Like, I love this dude. YouTube, excuse my language. I love this dude. I always will love him. He is the best person I've ever had. He is the best partner that I've ever had. And, you know, we're going on 7 months this month. And so it's like, it's not a long time, but it's like, y'all been together for some time. Like, y'all been together for some time. Like, nearly almost a year. And we met on the 28th of we met on the 18th and made it official December 28th of last year in 2025, and back in December. And 6 months, like, your honeymoon, like, after, like, once you hit your six, like, after, like, the first 3 months, your honeymoon phases, like, start to fade away. Like, things start changing, people start, like, we're not in that honeymoon phase. We're in a phase now where we're figuring shit out. And it's like, usually most of the time people thug it out. Most of the time people go about their business. And most people, you know, stand on, like, you just gotta stand on what you say. Like, most people do, most people don't. Sorry, I'm keep leaning a lot. But most people, like, you have to understand that most people are not, those people in your life are not always gonna be there for you. You can't expect, like, with me, that's something I have to learn. You can't expect people to come back in and out of your life. And it's like, with me, even though I'm a gay ASS nigga, then, you know, that don't matter. Because, bitch, I'm proud of that shit. Like, I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of what I stand. And, like, I had fought through so much stuff. I've had been through it. And I'm not going to say, and I'm not going to sit here, and I'm not going to compare my life to nobody else. Because I don't know what somebody else lived. I don't know how they lived. And I don't know what their life was like. I don't know. Neither do y'all. Y'all don't know what my life is like, really, outside of this camera or outside of life. Y'all don't know what's been going on with me. I can only tell y'all what I feel. Y'all don't know what really goes on behind closed doors. You have to think about, like, you don't know. You have to think to yourself, is this really what I want? Because at the end of the day, arguments are going to happen, fights are going to happen, disagreements are going to happen. That's just part of life. No, it's not healthy, but that's just that's human nature. That's how humans are going to act. No, it's not the best choice. No, it's not healthy, but at the end of the day, guess what? You can't rely. Like, that was my problem. I rely on him too much, and I don't need to rely on him too much. There's a lot of things that I realized, like controlling him, relying on him, aren't getting mad over little things. Like, stuff like that is just too much. He just wants me to work on myself. And that's why I'm willing to talk to him, to be like, hey, I am willing to work on myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's our business. I'm not going to talk about it because it ain't really nice business. But at the end of the day, guess what? Y'all are strong. Y'all have to be confident. Y'all have to realize, like, you have to realize and correct yourself. Like, if you knew that you said something like that, you could be, for like all the freshmen out there and all the sophomores, when you're in high school, you have to realize that you can't just get into high school thinking like, oh, because I'm in high school now. No, there's still rules. There's still things that you have to abide by. I just graduated this year from high school. I am no longer in school. I'm an adult now, making adult decisions and making things on my own. I can't rely on my mom to hold my hand. I can't rely on my dad. I can't rely on nobody to hold my hand. I have to do it for me and myself. I have to do it for Evan. Just like y'all have to do it for yourself. You can't always rely on somebody else to be there to fix your problems. Because at the end of the day, not everybody's going to be there for you. You can't rely on your mom. You can't rely on your dad. You can't rely on your siblings. You can't rely on your boyfriend. Yeah, you may be there together, but you can't rely on them. They are not you. You are yourself. You can't expect, and this is the same with me. Like, I can't expect him to fix all my problems. I can't expect him to be physically, mentally be there for me. I have to learn how to control that on my own. He can't do that for me. I'm the only one that can do that for myself. Evan can only do Evan and what Evan needs to do. Because at the end of the day, can't nobody compare their lives. Don't ever try to compare your past or your exes or anybody. Don't try to ever compare them to now. Because at the end of the day, you're better than that. You've moved on from that. So that's why it's like I'm trying to tell people out there, like all y'all younger like people in new generation, like this is new to y'all. Y'all getting in relationships, y'all have to realize that being in a relationship is serious. You have to take life serious and life on my terms. You have to take life step by step. Life is, yes, may not be easy. Yeah, it may not, life may be unfair, but in the day, be thankful that you're even living a life. Because most people out there don't have the life that we live. Most people don't have the things that we have. Most people can't. There's most people out there, look, who can't dress like how I dress. Yes, I know I look good and fancy. There's so many men out there in the world and so many gay dudes out there in the world that wish that can dress like me. That wanna, ooh, I wish I can dress. Not saying that, I'm saying people who can't afford certain things or can't wear certain things because they want to look good for themselves. Most people can't afford that. So you have to look at that too. Like, yeah, you may not like that person because you might have beef with that person, but at the end of the day, ignore them. If they don't matter to you, they don't matter to you. It's not about who likes you or why or how they want you. You can't expect everybody to like you. You can't expect, oh, this person's gonna like me, I'm gonna like them. You can't expect everybody to be your best friend. You can expect, because at the end of the day, after high school, them friends that you say that you were becoming your friends with high school and middle school may not be your friends anymore. Especially when you're in middle school, you got middle school friends. When you get to high school, you don't talk to those people no more because you're out doing your own thing. You're maturing, you're changing, you're becoming a different person. Because in high school, you may not have those same ass friends after high school. I don't. My life has changed. Everybody's life has changed. Everybody's out. Yeah, I might still connect with some of my friends, but other than that, guess what? My friend group is small. I don't have a big ass friend group like I thought I was. Because my freshman, sophomore year, all I did was thinking, oh, I own this and I own this. No, I don't own nothing. I don't own shit. I don't run shit. I'm me. I should be able to run my own self and control my own self for who I hang around. It's all about who you mentally, it's all about here, where it's about your mental and your health, wherever you put yourself at. If you want to put yourself in drug and situations, shit like that, no, stop. Because that's what my problem was. My problem was I got in a lot of trouble. I was in a lot of drama. I was sitting here to admit to you, I was in a lot of drama. I was in a lot of trouble. I was getting my butt in and out of ISS. I got suspended. But then guess what? I'm not finna relive that life again because I'm better than I was before. I'm a better version of myself. This is 2026. This is not 2021, 2022, 2015, 2016. It's none of those years. Yeah, that might have been the best years I lived, but then guess what? I don't want to relive those years because back then, I was a whole different person. But now, I'm me. I'm Evan. Like, I graduated from high school. I accomplished. I got my motherfucking diploma. I got my diploma. As soon as I walked that stage, I was owning that stage. Can't nobody tell me that I couldn't own that stage because when I was on that stage, I walked that stage like it was no yesterday. There looked like there was no yesterday. And it felt like freshmen all over again. It felt like we were new to Hiram all over again. It literally felt like that all over again. But now I look back at myself, I'm like, I can't believe I acted that way. Even when being in this relationship, when I first got it with him. Yeah, it was great, but over the time, I'm like, why did I even act that way? Why? Like, my mind shouldn't even have been worrying about other things and what everybody else has got going on. It should have been, Evan, you need to worry about yourself. Instead of focusing on why you want people to think, like, why you... what I'm trying to say is, like, I don't know why my mind was focused on everybody else when I could have been focused on myself. I'm like, why was I even focused on everybody else when I could have been focused on myself in this relationship? I should have been paying attention to more about what my boyfriend was saying instead of letting shit go. So, at the end of the day, you know, we're together. You know, we're fine. Me and him are fine. We're fine. We're fine. We gonna be fine. Me and him, we gonna be fine. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, y'all just gotta remember, like, we're in high school now. To all y'all high schoolers out there who are entering high school, look, just stay to yourself. Please stay to yourself. I'm telling you, getting in trouble is not worth it. Getting in these gang violences and all this, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And I'm not gonna compare my life. I'm not gonna compare my life to nobody else because I don't know how he lived or she lived or everybody. I don't know about none of that shit because I don't know. I didn't live that life. I didn't live in those shoes. I don't know what it's like. But I do know what it's like living in a family who used to do drugs and who used to party all the time. I lived that life at a young age. But now that I look at it, I don't have to worry about it because they stopped doing it. I'm more mean. Like, you see where I'm at? I fought so hard for the past 14 years since I was 5 years old. And I'm 19 now. Graduated high school, got a diploma, about to be working. Like, I'm doing an adult. I'm being an adult. I'm doing what adults need to do. So, but y'all need to remember, like, y'all got this. Y'all are confident. You know? Don't nobody tell you no different. Like I told y'all, be who you want to be. There's no reason for why you can't. There's no reason for why you can't. Be exactly who you want to be. Be who you want to be. Not what everybody else wants you to be. Be what you want to be. Stay confident and stay loyal. Bye, y'all.